What if you discovered that the judgment you've been habitually running inside of your head was more valuable than gold? Wouldn't you get excited to start mining internally for judgment? Now, you may think that I'm exaggerating here. You're probably thinking, what is she talking about? How could judgment be worth anything, let alone the price of gold, right? I'll be quite honest with you. It took me a while to get on board with the idea that my judgment itself wasn't bad, and that I wasn't a bad person for having judgmental thinking. But once I acclimated to that idea that I could accept my judgment as okay and normal, an incredible shift began to take place in my life. Here's what I learned. We each carry around metaphorical bags filled to the brim with judgment. These bags contain a tremendous amount of stored energy. What you've put into your personal bags is your own energy. The great thing about this is that energy cannot be destroyed. It can only change forms. This is scientific fact. What this means is that you have the power to change all of the energy that you've put out into your bags of judgment. You have the power to transform your judgment into loving. This is an energetic recycling process, also referred to as spiritual alchemy. You have the ability to be a catalyst for creating peace upon the planet simply by owning your judgment and then transmuting it into loving. By owning, exploring, and identifying your judgments, you have the opportunity to see and acknowledge that you are carrying these bags of judgments on either side of a scale. You can then look into your bags of right and wrong, and you can identify what you have placed inside. Each judgment will have a weight attached to it. The weight of various judgments will feel different, and it will be based upon the amount of emotional energy you gave it at the time that you stored it in your bag. Some judgments feel extremely heavy, and they create a huge burden of suffering to drag around. Judgments such as, my ex is a despicable, lying, cheating bleep, or I am worthless. Other judgments are lighter, and they may cause you less suffering, such as, he's a jerk, she's so pretty, or I'm a hopeless dancer. All judgments, regardless of their size, weight, or on which side of the good-bad scale they reside, drain a person's energy. What's in your bags of judgment? Do you judge certain kinds of things, maybe certain behaviors or personality traits? Do you judge people based on their wealth or their lack of wealth, their accent, their clothing, or what kind of car they drive? Do you judge people who are judgmental, or people who attempt to force their opinions onto others? Do you judge the media or the government? Get interested in the contents of your baggage. Identifying your bags of judgment is a liberating experience. Once I understood that I could actually use my own judgments as a tool to actually release them, I recognized that complete freedom from judgment is available. Utilize the power that is stored inside your judgments. See it as a hidden treasure. The reason it's gold is because transmuting it into loving is what will pave your path to freedom. Get excited about identifying the contents of your bags. Say, I am now joyfully identifying my judgment. Action step. Get interested in identifying what kinds of judgment you've been energetically storing in your consciousness. Declaration. I now view my judgment as more valuable than gold. Knowing that I have the power to transmute this energy into loving. I am willingly and joyfully identifying the judgment that I've been carrying. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.